Jodie, this film's so special. It really, did you feel that when you read the script and stepping into it, even in prep?
I did, but even more so, there was so much, you know, you're there in the moment, but there was so much about the way in which the camera team were working, the way Danny was leading the set, the way Anthony Dod Mantle, our DOP, was working. It was a very kind of innovative, instinctive, playful set. That I was like, I have no idea what this is going to look like. So I actually felt like when I went and watched the film, I was experiencing so much of it for the first time because the camera work is so dynamic and I was blown away by it. And I was also like, it's so lovely to come away from something where I'm just saying to people, I'm like, it's so good. I'm like, I don't even feel big. I'm like, I just mean as a whole, like what Danny and Alex have created and how beautifully every part has come together. I'm like, it's brilliant, and I'm glad to be a part of it in some way, you know.
But you're the real heart of it, you know, in terms of this character. She's, you know, the journey and the choices that she makes are just kind of, God, it makes me want to well up thinking about it. It's amazing. But those moments with Alfie are just really special, and that journey that you both kind of go on, and the surprises that we have along the way, you know, that's kind of extraordinary. What was the reality of that in terms of building that relationship with him so that for us it just feels so authentic and real?
Yeah, well, we were lucky. Danny scheduled 2 weeks rehearsals before we started filming. So we got to Newcastle and we went to this random, you know, this like school. We were in like a school hall, with a table in the middle, and he had all his pictures on the wall and all the props, and he actually had the bed in there for the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
So we had we probably had a little week of going through the script, chatting with Alex, asking any questions, kind of speaking generally, and then we were able to get up on our feet and get just kind of create those dynamics, get tactile with each other. Because I think a big thing for me and Alfie was, I think the dynamic between mother and son in this film is very different to his and very different to mine, you know, and actually he was having to be the leader a lot of the time, you know, where you'd usually seek your kind of your mum's guidance or, you know, he was actually having to provide that for me. And so that was very different and was something that we had to kind of explore and find. But so beautiful when you see that on screen.
Yeah.
But Alfie's amazing. I mean, as soon as I met him, he's so confident. You know, he had such clear instincts and wasn't shy to share his opinion and say what he felt. Like to a point where I was inspired. I was like, God, I wish I was a bit more like this actually on my day to day. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You mentioned like kind of on set, and I was just curious as to how much of that kind of environment that you were immersed in fed into the performances. You know, it's the nature and all that kind of, you know, and that set for the kind of the Rafe segment as well. I mean, that was just, whoa.
Yeah. Well, the whole experience just felt such a sensory experience. Like we shot mainly in Northumberland, we shot on Osea Island, Holy Island. We went up to Scotland at one point, and a lot of this land was like protected, or land you would never be allowed to go on in any other circumstance, you know? And so there was, and again, because Isla is often in her own world, I feel like she was constantly lost in that and soaking that up, especially because she's been in the confines of her bedroom. You know, it feels like people on the island don't really know how to help her, so they've kind of shunned her. But it was amazing to be able to use all that. And imagine, you know, okay, they're going through this journey. This is all the different terrain they're going to find. We went to a forest at one point, and the floor, the bed of the grass, the moss was like a bouncy castle. Wow. Like it was that thick and alive. So you're able to kind of use all of these different things, and then you get to a set like the Bone Temple, which was in North Yorkshire, and we were on night shoots. It was a full moon. We were by a river. There was like Rafe's Kelson has these kind of wind chimes made of bones, so there was just this like music that was always going through it.
Wow.
And then you're met with Rafe. You know what I mean? Who has this just like
iodine-soaked Rafe.
Yeah, but like just this calm energy of like, and what I realized when I was watching the film as a viewer, I was like, oh my God, what he's providing the characters with, you as an audience member just feel so held by him. Like you're seeking him out just as much as the characters are in that moment. But it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you have Danny, who's incredibly sensitive and nurturing. You know, it was amazing.
Yeah. Last question.
Yeah.
It's a random one, but if you could be in the scene of any film or TV show, where would you place yourself? What scene?
This has come up a little bit today, but I want to sit on the sofa in the royal family. That's where I want to be. Just for one night. Yeah. Just for one night.
Wow. I just got his baby David sit on bottom.
Exactly. Exactly. Just to be there. Just to fly on the wall. Oh. I'd probably say that. It's not, you know,
no,
out in the open, but I'd love to have experienced that just once.
Yeah. Listen, congratulations on this.
Thank you.
It's a really, really special film and a brilliant performance.